Good morning. I'm shooting these videos pretty much right up to date with when I'm posting them. And so as a result, I'm able to get some of the feedback, and I've seen that most of you guys get why I'm rebuilding a two-stroke even though I'm building an electric boat, because I want to learn. This whole process is a big learning thing. As you know, I wasn't born just knowing everything about boats, and I'm still really far from there. But what I'm trying to get at is, I love this project, I love this boat because mainly what it's done is it's taught me, you know, whether or not this is my forever boat, I doubt. I'll probably do something else down the road. This project has taught me so much about off-grid, about solar electric, about sailing, about boating, about maritime life. I mean, I grew up landlocked, so I don't know any of this stuff. First storm we had in Degnan Bay, it took me 45 minutes to row 200 yards because I was fighting the wind and I was that bad at rowing a dinghy. So it's been an uphill battle, trust me. So where was I going with this? Oh yeah, I'm rebuilding a two-stroke, okay? It's a bucket list item. I don't want to run a two-stroke forever, okay? It's probably only gonna run like 10 minutes, okay? Like, I don't think it's gonna survive. And the real purpose of doing that was to strip one of the legs and do something else with it. So that's coming up really soon, as soon as I get back from Christmas. But I just wanted to get this project done. I wanted to mess around with a two-stroke maybe for the winter, I don't know. And maybe just sell it if it actually does run really well, and use the money to fund something else. But mainly I just wanted to learn to rebuild an engine. So thank you for sticking with me on that. I just wanted to make that big disclaimer right now. So all that to say, I don't really know what I'm doing, and I'm learning as I go, and I'm having a lot of fun, and rebuilding a two-stroke engine fits into that somehow. And if that's a big problem for you, well, I figure you probably have a lot of other big problems in your life, so. All right, where was I going? Wow, starting off today with a rant. I'm turning it SV Seeker. No shade, Doug, I'm actually like a huge fan, and I've really enjoyed the rants you've been giving in the last few episodes. It's so nice having Wi-Fi, man. I keep up to date on all these YouTubers. It's also nice because I get emails from companies and I can actually reply to them and talk to them. And I often get requests to do sponsored or like free reviews. I say sponsored. I like to say sponsored because they're sending me a free product. And I feel like that's gonna bias my opinion just a little bit, so I say sponsored. They're not paying me. They should. But honestly, like, I only say yes to the products that I think will help the boat project along, and that I actually want to try out, and that I think are either good or interesting, or I just want to see how quickly I can destroy them. With that caveat set, let's get into today's sponsor. I want to get it out of the way right now because I'm going to use it on the dinghy if it works. And I'm on the fence as to whether or not it's going to work. So, today's sponsor is Helion. These guys reached out and sent me this box. And it looks like the packaging is quite nice. It's, I wouldn't say they like splurged on it, which is good because the price, I mean, it's not like, the setup justifies the price, but once you see what it actually is, you'd be second guessing that like I was. Literature, a bunch of wires, this box, which, what it lacks in professional finish, because I mean this definitely looks like a first gen product to me, but it also looks like the kind of product you can beat someone to death with. So I feel like their next gen will be more streamlined, but it probably won't be as strong. So I like that. Solid metal and quite heavy. But this is the main party right here, is this little Kinder Surprise looking thing. And what it actually is, I should say, it's not from Fisher-Price, it's actually a LED strip light. So what I said when I first saw this was, really? Like 80 bucks for an LED strip light? So they justified it to me in the emails saying that, well, first of all, it comes with this nice carrying case. Secondly, it comes with a battery pack. But most importantly to me, this is supposedly completely waterproof. And as you can see, it's extruded inside this pack. Now, there's still quick cut tabs, so I don't know how that fits in. I don't think you're supposed to actually cut this, And then like, look, there's a little bit of a bump here, and that's from the soldering. So they've soldered this, and then they did actually extrude it. It looks all one piece. I can't see any seams. You pull it out, you roll it back up again. Before I destroy this thing, in an effort to find out if it's worth that $80 price tag, let's give you a few stats. This is a 5-meter long coil. It's got, so that's 15 feet for you guys running in Freedom units. It's a 12-volt unit that burns 25 watts, so roughly 2 amps. So it's IP68, which I don't remember which one IP68 stands for. Also, comes with this battery bank. Now, the helium battery pack is a 24 amp hour power pack, and it's a 12-volt, 3 amp output for the LED outputs. It's also got some 5-volt, 3 amp, 5-volt, 3 amp, 9 volts, so speed chargers, and 12-volt, 1.5 amp, a USB-C outlet, a regular USB-A outlet, 12-volt in and outlets here, and then a power switch, and a meter on here, and a button, which doesn't click, but it's touch sensitive. That's it, that's all. It's super bright out right now, so I'm gonna wait until later tonight to test this, but let's jump back into the dinghy. I've talked for way too long. The sun is already set. We got our like 4 hours of daylight, I think, today. Friggin' nothing. Welcome to Canada. But I tried out these lights, the strip lights, and I gotta say, I really am impressed. I think that they are significantly brighter than the regular strip lights. And that brings them into a category, I think, that is making me think a little bit differently about them. I think of them kind of like work lights because they come in a hard case, they're easy to move around, they're completely waterproof, which we'll be testing in a second, but it's like that brightness, you know? The other ones were more like decoration. These ones, yeah, I could continue working all day with. So the bow lights are run through this nice insulated line, which is all waterproof and bash and abrasion proof. And I put a similar line all the way down to the back to a bilge pump, which I haven't finished plumbing in yet, but that'll be nice. No more bailing the dinghy out. All right, so far I've just been running these lights off the 12-volt system on the boat. So I'm gonna plug them into their own battery bank and do a waterproof test. Let's put them underwater, salt water. There we go. Battery pack powered on, and now lights, boom. and we'll dunk it and see what happens. Oh, there we go. This is kind of cool. We've got lights underneath the boat. Now, unfortunately, where I'm moored, it's so deep we can't see the bottom, but we can see the bottom of my boat. Lit up pretty good there. Alright, maybe this is gimmicky or maybe this is a game changer. I'm gonna go take this thing out for a little row and take Honey to shore and see if I can't see anything closer to shore. Okay, I really like this new bow light. I can see everything I'm doing. Alright, that's really cool. Super bright over there, obviously, but unfortunately, because we're in the Emerald Sea, it's pretty much just plankton. Go a little bit shallower and see if we can find something.
So I'm like off to the side and all.
Okay, so we've got the head assembled. Starter and pull starter are both working smoothly. They've both been rebuilt. The last gaskets have gone in. Now I have to put it back in the leg and then get the electronics and the airbox installed and then try and run it. Okay, well, we're almost done. I have the airbox, the gear shift linkage in an awkward position, the Honey pushing me around. What are you doing? You always do this as soon as I start recording, you start pushing me around. Coil packs need to be installed. Can't seem to figure out for the life of me because everything takes so long. Alright, well, I'm exhausted because this has taken me all damn day. And basically what it comes down to is everything I install, I have to install 5 or 6 times because I don't know how it works and I don't know what I'm doing. And I guess you could say I'm learning a lot, but it is exhausting. It is exhausting. So I still have the coil packs. I have to get a couple more bolts for these terminals, which I have somehow lost. The airbox and the gear shift linkage has to be connected. But I just had this problem. I went to go thread this in, and the threads on the top of the block are just like gone. I guess that was always a problem, but yeah, it really put a damper on it because I've painted this whole part, and now I have to remove it. And I'm not even sure I'll be able to remove this component block without removing the entire engine again, which means undoing all the work I did today. So I'm not even going to think about it right now, and I'm just going to go back to my boat and make some dinner. I'm very tired. Yeah, sorry about that. I really wanted to get that motor done before I left for Christmas, but honestly, that stripped spark plug just ruined the whole fucking thing for me, so I'm not really feeling it. I'm exhausted. I'm at the end of my rope. The generator broke down yesterday. We had the first sunny day today in 3 weeks, and we made less than 2 kilowatt hours of power. I usually make 2 kilowatt hours worth of power in the summertime before 8 a.m. It's so dark in British Columbia for 6 months of the year where the sun just does not come out. I'm just tired of this shit. Alright, I've had beer, I've relaxed a little bit, I feel a lot better about this. The dinghy is great, it's 99% there, a little bit more, and you know, I've got another project after this and another project after that, and they're all increasingly more and more exciting, and we'll get to them. I can't expect too much of myself. I've been working a lot and I haven't made as much progress in the boat, but I've been making money, which is going towards the boat, and I mean, it's all part of the journey, right? So I just gotta learn to like let it go, to enjoy the journey as opposed to just the destination. And that journey tonight involves a pork steak with udon noodle, broccoli, a lot of kind of homemade teriyaki dealio noodle. Oh, that's it from me tonight. I'm going to prep for our trip, and I'm going back to Ontario. So by the time you guys see this, I'll already be there. I'll be in Ottawa, and I'll be catching up with family and friends over Christmas. And I'll be there a little bit after Christmas too, so we'll see some of you guys in Ottawa then. Maybe we should go for shawarma or something, that'd be great. Anyway, come get it. Come get it, you lazy bum. Yeah. There we go. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Everything's gonna be fine. We'll be fine. Alright, talk to you later. Sorry, this is the next day I'm packing right now to leave, but storm has picked up. It's like being drunk in here. I digress a little bit, but funny thing about this mooring, the wind comes out of the southeast, but the channel where the wind comes out is really narrow, so waves don't come out of the southeast. Instead, they make their way out of the eastern entrance and hit me on the beam a little bit. It's never been bad, but I do have to make sure that I don't leave tall objects near the edge of the counter, because it does rock every once in a while. Maybe once a month I get rocking like this, and yeah, it's something else. But I just wanted to give a final review of the test unit. I fired it up again today. No degradation at all from being under salt water and being stored without being properly cleaned. Battery bank is working just fine, and and basically I wanted to suggest this light mainly for those of you in adverse environments, if you're going to use a LED rope light or a work light, really, because it's a nice portable work light. It's very bright. Check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. Thank you, Helium, for sending it out. We'll be catching up with family, and I'll be introducing Melly to my family out in Ontario, so it should be a lot of fun. Good night.